Good morning, students. As you can see, today we are with the topics factorization of polynomial. Last time I had explained you this during the online class that factorization of polynomials is related with remainder theorem. Okay, remainder theorem, from remainder theorem only comes factor theorem. Up to 2 terms, 3 terms where we can apply formula, we use formula. Okay, then where we can use first into last methods of factorization, which we had read in class 8, that also we use. And one we use factor theorem, about which today we will be reading. If there is more than 4 terms and if they are in cubic, or when degree will be 4 or 5, then how we will be doing factorization, about that we will be reading in this exercise. So you can see, now I'll read line to line. Let us now look at the situation of the example 10 above more closely. It tells us that since remainder q q minus 1 by 2 is equal to 0, 2t plus 1 is factor of qt. In remainder theorem already I had said, when we keep 0 of divisor in the given polynomial and if the result comes 0, that means remainder is 0. And when remainder is 0, then what happens? That divisor is the factor of given polynomial. Okay. So if you will see, here it is. Here also the same thing will be written now in factor theorem. You can see over here, polynomial is equal to qt into gt, where 2t plus 1, that is what? That is divisor. Qt is a polynomial and this gt is quotient. Okay, after dividing, what do we get? That is quotient. So for some polynomial gt, this is a particular case for the following theorem. You can see here a theorem. It is being explained. If px is a polynomial of degree n, where n is greater equal to 1, that means either 1 or greater than 1, and a is real number, okay, here a is real number, then x minus a is factor of px if pa is equal to 0. That means when the remainder becomes 0, when we divide x minus a with x minus a, when we divide px, then x minus a will become factor only when remainder is 0. And when will remainder 0? If pa will be 0, because 0 of this x minus a is what? A. When we will keep in place of x a, then it will become 0. So when remainder is 0, then x minus a is factor of px. One statement says that, and also it is said, if here it has been said x minus a is factor of px if pa is equal to 0, that means if remainder is 0, then x minus a is factor of px. And another it is saying, if pa will be 0 if x minus a is factor of px. I hope you are understanding. Both are vice versa. If it is factor, then remainder will be 0, or if remainder will be 0, then it will be factor. So here it has been proved. You can see by remainder theorem, px is equal to x minus a into qx plus pa, where pa is what? Remainder. Now if pa is 0, here it has been written, if pa is 0, then px is equal to x minus a into qx. That means px is product of x minus a and qx. So x minus a is factor of px, which shows that x minus a is factor of px. I hope you all are understanding. Factor means it can divide. Suppose I am writing that 8 is equal to 4 into 2. Then what? 2 is factor of 8. 4 is factor of 8. I hope you all are understanding. Now let's see the second point. Here it has been said, since x minus a is factor of px, when x minus a is factor of px, then px is equal to x minus a into gx. Okay, that is product of two numbers. one will be x minus a and another will be any other number. Then in that case what we will be doing? We will be writing px is equal to x minus a into gx. For some polynomial, same polynomial gx, then what will happen? It is in the form of product of x minus a. So in this case what happens? Remainder becomes 0. Ga, in this case pa is equal to, what will happen? P, when we keep over here a, then it will become a minus a, that is 0. 0 into gx, that is pa is equal to 0. As you can see, 0 into ga is equal to 0. So pa becomes 0. That means if it is factor, x minus a is factor, then remainder is 0. And if remainder is 0, then x minus a is factor. That you have to understand. Now we will see example 11. So if you will see example 11, student, in example 11, here it is, examine whether x plus 2 is factor of x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6 and of 2x plus 4. Now you have to check x plus 2 is factor of this 2x plus 4 or not, and factor of x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6 or not. Then in that case what we will be taking? At first we will be knowing the 0 of x plus 2, and of course x plus 2 will become 0 if x is minus 2. So here it has been written the 0 of x plus 2 is minus 2. Let px, the given polynomial px, be x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6. Okay, that is px. And sx, another polynomial, sx is equal to 2x plus 4. Then p minus 2 becomes, because we have to check either this is factor or not, so 0 of this x plus 2 we will be keeping in this px also and sx also. So at first in px we had kept, so in place of x we had kept the 0 of x plus 2, that is minus 2. So p minus 2 is equal to minus 2 cube plus 3 times minus 2 square plus 5 times minus 2 plus 6. Now what happens? Minus 2 cube means 8. If you will see here it has been written 8. In same way minus 2 square, how, that will be minus 8. Minus 2 cube will be minus 8. Why? Because minus is minus raised to the power odd number. When minus is multiplied odd times, it will be minus 8. So in same way if you will see here minus 2 square, here minus is multiplied even times, so it will become plus. So 2 square means 4, 4 into 3 is 12. You can see minus 8 plus 12. In same way what is there? We will see 5x was there, okay, so 5 into minus 2 plus 6, so it becomes minus 10 plus 6. Okay, so minus 8 plus 12 minus 10 plus 6, so 12 plus 6 is 18, and minus 8 minus 10, when same sign is there it will be added and sign will be also same, so minus 18 it will become. So minus 18 and plus 18 it will be cancelled and it will become 0. So when remainder comes 0, then it becomes clear that x plus 2 is factor of px, because in px we had kept the value 0 of this x plus 2. Okay, so here it has been written, so by factor theorem x plus 2 is factor of x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6. Now again we have to check either it is factor of sx or not. So again we will be keeping 0 of x plus 2 in sx. So you can see in place of x I had kept 2. It has been kept over here 2, that s minus 2 is equal to, it was 2x plus 4. If you will see over here it is 2x plus 4. So in place of x it has been kept minus 2. So it becomes minus 2 into 2, it becomes minus 4. So minus 4 plus 4 it becomes 0. So s minus 2 is what? 0. So x plus 2 is factor of 2x plus 4. In fact you can check this without applying the factor theorem. If you will divide also with these two binomial to the given polynomial, then also you will be knowing. You can see since 2x plus 4, 2 has been taken common, so it becomes 2 times x plus 2. That means it is in the product of x plus 2. So x plus 2 is factor of x plus 4, 2x plus 4. In this way we will be finding either the given polynomial is factor of another polynomial or not. In same way, if you will see question number 12, okay, example number 12, it has been said find the value of k if x minus 1 is factor of 4x cube plus 3x square minus 4x plus k. So student, to see over here what happens here, it is k. Find the value of k if x minus 1 is factor of 4x cube plus 3x square minus 4x plus k. So now it has been said that x minus 1 is factor. So what will happen, if we will keep the 0 of x minus 1 over here, it is sure that it will give 0 only. When it is factor, then remainder should be 0. So same thing it has been applied over here. If you will see, okay, from here again from 12 I had taken the screenshot. So if you will see, as x minus 1 is factor of px, px is how much? 4x cube plus 3x square minus 4x plus k is equal to 0. So what will happen? 0 of this x minus 1, that is 1. So p1 is equal to 0. Here it has been written. Why 1? Because 1 is 0 of x minus 1. So p1 is equal to 0, remainder should become 0. So now in place of x, 1 has been kept. p1 is equal to 4 times 1 raised to the power 3 plus 3 times 1 raised to the power 2 minus 4 times 1, okay, plus k. So of course it is factor, so it will be 0. So one side it has been kept 0. 4 into 1 cube is 1 only. So 4 into 1 is 4. 3 into 1 is 3. 1 square is also 1 only. And minus 4 into 1, it will become minus 4 plus k. So 4 got cancelled. These 3 will go that side, then it will change into minus 3. So k should be minus 3 when x minus 1 is factor of 4x cube plus 3x square minus 4x plus k. So if you will see over here, it has been written, we will now use factor theorem to factorize some polynomials of degree 2 and 3. Okay, how? By using factor theorem, we will be factorizing polynomial of degree 2 and 3. So if you will see, here it has been said, you are already familiar with the factorization of a quadratic polynomial like x square plus lx plus m. Yes, here we used to do first into last multiplication. I hope if you are remembering. You had factorized it by splitting the middle term lx as ax plus bx. What do? We used to split the middle term, okay, so that their product will be equal to product of first and last, so that AB is equal to m. Yes, AB is equal to m. When A and B is multiplied, it should be equal to m. Now just see what happens. Then x square plus lx plus m is equal to x plus a times x plus b. Okay, in this way we used to factorize in class 8. Okay, now we shall now try to factorize quadratic polynomials of the type ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0 and a, b, c are constants. Okay, here we will be learning to factorize quadratic equation, that means equation of degree 2. Okay, and if you will see over here, a, b, c are constant. Okay, factorization of the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c by splitting the middle term is as follows. You can see, let its factor be px plus q and rx plus s. Then now if px plus q and rx plus s is the factor of ax square plus bx plus c, then what will happen? Let's see. Px into rx, it will become prx square. Okay, then after again what it has been done, these two are multiplied. Now q and s is multiplied and written at last, and now then px and s is multiplied, so it becomes psx, where x has been taken in common. Okay, because px is multiplied with x, then it will become pxs. So ps is over here and x is over here, and when q will be multiplying with rx, then qrx it will be, so qr is here and x is over here, so it will become what? pr into x square plus ps plus qr times x plus qs. Comparing the coefficient of x, we get a is equal to pr. Now when we compare ax square plus bx plus c with prx square plus ps plus qr times x plus qx, then we get what? A is equal to pr, because here it is a, okay, this is a, and here it is pr, so a is equal to pr. Similarly, comparing the coefficient of x, here coefficient of x is ps plus qr and here it is b, so ps plus qr is equal to b. And on comparing the constant term, we get c is equal to qs. Here constant term is c and here it is qs. Now this shows that b is the sum of two numbers ps and qr. Okay, ps and qr sum is b, middle one. Okay, and ps and qr is equal to ac, that means first into last. Okay, in place of ps, here it has been written pr, arranged so that the first term and last term it will be coming. Okay, ac it has been done. Therefore, to factorize ax square plus bx plus c, we have to write b as the sum of two numbers whose product is ac. What do you have to write? You have to write two numbers, so that the sum of the products of two numbers will be, the product of two numbers will be ac. In that way we have to write it. Okay, now if you will see, just below that there it is written, therefore to factorize ax square plus bx plus c, we have to write b as the sum of two numbers whose product is ac. Okay, what we have to do, we have to split this b whose product, that means after multiplying that two number we should get ac. This will be clear from example 13. Let's see example 13 what is there. Okay. In example 13 it has been said to factorize 6x square plus 17x plus 5 by splitting middle term by using factor theorem. You see, by splitting by two method it has been said. One is by splitting middle term and another is by using factor theorem. So if you will see, by splitting method, if we can find two numbers p and q such that pq is equal to 17, pq is how much? 17, and pq is equal to 6 into 5, 30, first and last. First and last is equal to 30, and first plus last it should be 17. So we have to watch any such number. So when it will be added, then it will give 17, and when it will be multiplied, then it should give 30. So let's see what it has been done down. So let us look for the pairs of factors of 30, sum of r1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, then after 5 and 6. Out of this pair, 2 and 15 will give us p plus q is equal to 17, and even 2 and 15 when it is multiplied, it is 30. So it has been written by splitting way, that is 6x square. So 6x square plus 17x plus 5 is equal to 6x square plus, in bracket it has been written 2 plus 15x plus 5. Okay, so when these two will be added, it will become 17 only. Now it has been separated, that is 6x square plus 2x plus 5x plus 5, 6x square plus 2x plus 15x plus 5. What will happen? 2x we will take common, then here it will be 2 3 just 6x square, so 3x. In same way, 2x divided by 2x, it will be 1. I hope all of you know how to take common. In same way, from here we will be taking 5 common, so 5 3 are 15, 3x will be there, and 5 already taken, so nothing left, then 1 is there. Now if you will see, here also 3x plus 1, and in this side also there is 3x plus 1. Okay, so what we will be doing, we will be taking 3x plus 1 as common. From here remains 2x and here remains 5. So its simple factorized form becomes 3x plus 1 times 2x plus 5. Now this was by the splitting method. We will be watching how it is done through factor method. So let's see solution to using factor method. In using factor method, what you have to do is, at first you have to write x independent to 6x square plus 17x plus 5. Okay, there at first what it has been written, 6 times x square plus 17 by 6x plus 5 by 6. Okay, x square should be independent. As you can see over here, x square is what? Independent. Then here it has been written 6px. Say if a and b are non-zero of px, there is no zero of px. If suppose a and b are not the zero of px, then what will happen? 6x square minus 17x plus 25 is equal to 6 times x minus a times x minus b. When there is, or it is asked, using factor theorem, if a and b are the zeros of px, then 6x square plus 7x plus 5 is equal to 6x minus a times x minus b. So ab is equal to 5c. Let us look some possibilities for a and b. They could be. So what they had done? They had simply prime factorized, or they had simply factorized what? The last term 5 by 6. The number which can divide 5 by 6 exactly. In this case, if you will see, it is factor, so in the form of factor only it has been taken. Okay, so you can see here it has been written plus minus 1 by 2. Why both sign is written? Because by both the sign it will be divided. Okay, so we can check the zero of the polynomial by keeping any one sign. In same way, plus minus 1 by 3, because it can also divide 5 by 6 exactly. Then plus minus 5 by 3. Then plus minus 5 by 2. Plus minus 1, and of course we can write plus minus 5 by 6 also. So at first with 1 by 2 it has been checked. By keeping in place of p plus 1 by 2 it has been checked. So when plus 1 by 2 came, so it becomes 1 by 4 plus 17 by 6 plus 17 by 6 times 1 by 2, because x square plus 17 by 6 x was there. So x square is how much? X square, in place of x square we will be keeping x place 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 square will become 1 by 4. And y square, you can see over here, yeah, I was saying s1 by 4, sorry, not y square, and 17 by 6 x was there. So 17 by 6, and in place of x there will be 1 by 2, and then after at last there was constant number 5 by 6, 0. Then p 1 by 3 is equal to 0, okay, is not equal to 0. Okay, so if here it has been said, but p minus 1 by 3 is equal to 0, so what? X plus 1 by 3 factors, px similar by trial, you can find x plus 3 by 5 is a common factor. Now just see what here it has been said. By trial method it has been being trialed. The simple formulas which we are getting, actually it is due to the try of different mathematicians. Okay, so here also it has been said by trial we can find that x plus 5 by 2 is factor of px or not. For 1 by 2 it is not equal to 0. For 1 by 2 it is not equal to 0, but for minus 1 by 3 it is equal to 0. So minus 3 will become what? Protein, sorry. So what will happen? Minus 1 by 3 will become factor of px. It has been written also. Minus 1 by 3 was there, sorry, so minus 1 by 3 is 0. So x plus 1 by 3 will become factor of px, not only minus 1 by 3. Okay. Now if we will see question number 6b, sorry, so x plus 1 by 3 already I had said is a factor of px, so by trial you can find the x plus 5 by 2 is factor or not, in same way as we had found that x plus 1 by 3 is factor. Okay, so in same way you will be finding this question also and you will be storing it in your copy. Okay, so student, if you will see now, here it is example 4. Factorize y square plus 5y plus 5y by using factor theorem. So you have to factorize 5y square y plus y square so student, here also polynomial is given, that is let py is equal to x square minus 5y plus 6. Now py is equal to y minus a times y minus b. Splitting method is going on. You know what the constant in stream will be, ab. Okay, in same way the factor of a theorem, now 5 to 2 capital D. Okay, so students, furthermore I will be explaining you from question number, example number 14 itself in next day class. Okay, many examples left from 14 I will be explaining in next day class. Thank you. Till then, thank you very